I think the disunity is going to last, and it's not the problem of Bernie Sanders. It's now the problem of the Clinton campaign. We know that there are a lot of voters who are eager for someone to vote for because they don't really want to embrace Donald Trump. But there's got to be a reason to vote for Hillary Clinton. Since she's proposing the status quo, there's not that. So there's got to be more of an effort to shake up fear among people about what's going to happen in a world of Trump. And that's not occurring. The only people who might have touched on that were Sanders himself and Warren. But absent some sort of agenda for change from Hillary Clinton, there's not going to be much that's going to motivate a lot of people to go out in November, and she's going to be in big trouble as a result. I don't think that this convention needs to be one that necessarily invokes the sort of fear that the Republicans tried to invoke through their convention, but there has to be an acknowledgement that a lot of Americans are very uneasy. And much of this is related to the fact that we feel unsafe at home based on the threats of ISIS, but also because of the violence in the communities where kids are being shot in the back with no reason whatsoever. And then also because economically people are not doing well. And what we're seeing here is that the Democrats are playing to their base of support among the mainstream establishment Democrats, but they're not making any appeal to the more socialist-oriented or millennials that had been supporting Bernie Sanders or those Republicans who don't want to have to vote for Donald Trump. And so absent an effort on the Democrats' part to do better to appeal to those individuals, Donald Trump is likely to win in November.
Can I just add something to that real quickly? Because I think, in response to what you said earlier, too, I think there actually has been an agenda. And I think Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders both laid that out quite effectively last night. They talked about the areas where Hillary Clinton agrees with the progressive part of the wing of the party on raising the minimum wage, for example, on the issue of expanding health care to include the public option, on the issue of trade, where Hillary Clinton has come along with her opposition to the TPP, which is important for the progressive wing. And for college-age students and young people, the issue of affordable college education or debt-free or tuition-free college education. All important issues. That's not the status quo candidate. That's a candidate of change in an era where people want that.
But it wasn't the candidate or the establishment that was talking about it. It was the first night you got Sanders talking about it and then Warren, and they're done. And the issue here is that there was a theme last night of trying to convince Americans that Americans feel great. America is great, of course, but we don't feel great. And there was a lot of cheerleading last night suggesting that we do. And a failure to recognize that many of us, the majority of us who voted in the primary, in fact, don't feel great is a big mistake on the part of the Democrats.